You know there's substances out there that are really harmful to your brain and body.
That's true, but I would never try or take anything because I like myself exactly as I am. Hello and welcome to It's a Fact. I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Mala, and this is our dog Eddie.
Today we're talking about drug abuse.
Before we start, Nicholas, we need to talk about responsibility.
That's true. If you act responsibly and respect yourself and others, then you'll be polite, kind, and considerate in everything you do.
If you set a good example, you will influence your friends and classmates or peers.
And you'll also find that you have the confidence to express your opinions and will not be persuaded to do what you think is wrong.
By living responsibly, you will have the ability to make the right decision if you are ever exposed to drugs.
Your friend invites you to a party that is on at the same time as a cricket match you're playing in.
Clues before you choose.
All of the cricketers made a commitment to the team. The success of the team depends on all players. A good friend will understand your commitment. You chose to play cricket and then go to the party. You made the right choice. You're in the playground at school and a student pushes you off the swing.
Clues before you choose.
You know that behavior is against school rules. Your dad told you not to fight even if others want you to. Although upset, you realize the other student has a problem and not you. You chose to go to your teacher and explain what happened. You made the right choice. Your mom asks you to go to the market. On the way, you see friends who are smoking and they offer you a cigarette.
Clues before you choose.
You know that smoking is harmful. You remember it was hard for your uncle to quit. Although you want to impress your friends, you know smoking is wrong. You chose to say no thanks and continue with your errand. You made the right choice.
Acting responsibly and making the right choices makes you feel good about yourself.
And so you should. Everyone has the ability to do wonderful things, whether at school, at home, or in their community.
That's true, Marla. But in our next section, Sergeant Williams tells us about harmful substances that will prevent you from being the very best that you can be.
2 of the substances actually lessen your ability to be in control of your actions, but all 3 can be damaging to your body.
Good morning, class. Today we have a very special guest who has come to talk to us about substance abuse. Let's welcome Sergeant Williams of the Royal Barbados Police Force.
Good morning, Sergeant Williams.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mrs. Burke, for that warm introduction. I have come today to talk to you about 3 harmful substances that you should avoid. I have brought with me a very special piece of chalk called Preston. We will begin by talking about alcohol. Alcohol affects both your brain and body, and because it goes straight into your bloodstream, it can damage every organ and cause diseases.
Excuse me, Sergeant Williams. My friend's father drinks a lot of alcohol, and I cannot understand him when he talks.
Well, that is because alcohol slurs your speech. It also affects your memory, coordination, and judgment. Does anyone know why alcohol is even more harmful to children and teenagers?
Yes, sir. Is it because we are young and still growing?
Yes, exactly. Your bodies are still developing. Remember, you're all below the legal drinking age, so if your friends or anyone else offers you alcohol, please say no thanks and walk away. Tobacco is another damaging substance. I would like one person to tell me if they know someone who smokes.
My dad smokes, but he is now in hospital, and the doctors have told him that the cigarettes are making him ill.
I hope your father gets better soon. Tobacco is harmful to your body. It can cause breathing problems and life-threatening conditions such as heart disease and lung cancer.
But why would my dad smoke when he knows it can make him sick?
The reason people like your father find it difficult to stop smoking is because tobacco contains an addictive substance called nicotine. Once your body becomes dependent on nicotine, it is then very difficult to stop using it.
Excuse me, Sergeant Williams, but why do people start smoking when they know that they may not be able to stop?
Well, some young people think their friends will be impressed, but they are really mistaken because most people don't want to be around somebody who is smoking. In fact, cigarette smoke contains many poisons.
Sergeant Williams, could I become ill if I'm around cigarette smoke a lot?
Yes, you can become ill from breathing other people's smoke. Smokers not only risk their own health, but also that of their friends and family. I would like now to talk to you about an illegal drug called marijuana. People who use marijuana have a higher risk of getting cancer as its smoke contains more cancer-causing chemicals than tobacco. Marijuana can be addictive and can lead to a loss of both concentration and short-term memory. Why do you think you should never get into a car with a driver who is intoxicated or has been smoking marijuana?
Sir, is it because the driver may crash their car?
Yes, that's right. The driver's coordination, reflexes, reaction time, and ability to judge speed and distances will be affected, and you could be putting yourself in danger. I would like to thank Mrs. Burke and all of you for having me here today, and I would like you to remember that using alcohol, tobacco, or marijuana will prevent you from becoming the very best that you can be. You are all able to do great things now and as you grow older, but only if you respect your brain and body by not using harmful substances. Come along, Preston. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Sergeant Williams. It may feel difficult to overcome peer pressure and say no to drugs, but people will respect your choice and the strength you had shown for doing what you thought was right.
I agree. In fact, most people don't like the taste of alcohol or the experience of smoking, but they force themselves to do it.
We all have to make choices in our lives, from small choices to big decisions.
In our next section, you'll see that it really does matter how you approach a problem and how you think about it.
Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. You're bright as a button and sharp as a pin. You know what you're after and how to begin. When faced with a problem, don't shudder and sigh. Hold your head up and let your mind fly. Take charge of the issue and turn it around. Give it perspective, flip it upside down. Draw your dilemma or write it all out. When you think of its opposite, do you sing or shout? You have your own value, you know where you stand. Does this issue conflict with what your conscience demand? You have a right to refuse and politely decline. Turn away and say no, it's your choice every time. But whatever you're feeling and as hard as it seems, this problem will end and it will all feel like a dream. You will be respected by your friends and your peers for the strength that you've shown in controlling your fear. You are in command of whatever you do, the decisions you make and the options you choose. This is such a good thing cause there's nobody like you. You're 1 in 7 billion and that's ever so cool. Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Just think about it.
It can be confusing being a child, but there are people in your home, your community, or at school who you can talk to.
Be proud of yourself for all the good that you've done and for the amazing things you will do.
To be the best that you can be, you must stay drug-free.